Chilaquiles, a traditional Mexican dish, have uncertain origin and called that back to Hispanic over common times. Although traced after the record, it's known that the word chilaqui comes from Nahuatl chilaqui, which means something deeper than Chile. The origin chilaquis is a matter of debate. It's believed and there may have an basic version in pre-Hispanic times, using leftover tortillas and coming thin with salsa. The addition of cheese, onion, and cream might have occurred later after Spanish conquest. An article published in 1131 after different recipes and chilaquis suggests that an addition loved and adapted to the taste and tradition of each region. In short, the origin of chilaquiles is believed a pre-Hispanic and cultural tradition, with native ingredients like corn and chili and their Hispanic influence, incorporation and other ingredients like cheese and cream. Usually 8 to 10 tomatillos, 1 whole onion and 4 serrano peppers, half a kilo of corn tortillas, usually a whole lettuce, 2 chicken seasoned for your consideration, refined salt and edible oil, cream of the brand you prefer, usually a quarter of the grated cheese. To start the recipe, after fill steep and place some tomatoes and pot. The amount of tomatoes depends on the information permitted and baking of the video. Tingue and serrano peppers. The amount on chilaquiles depends on each person's taste. In the case, I will only use it 2 signs that I'm very specific. We hand the onion with an outer vegetable and prevent to cut it half. The next step is an approximately 1 liter of the water. Once this done, we cover a pot, tune a stove and let it marinate. Seasoned onion tomatillos take a darker color and softer consistency. This is how to a wallach inside a pot, leaving under a heat for time 20 minutes so possibly the half whole dipping of the tomatillos. And next step, the process and salt, which are very important to analyze more seasoning to the tomato you brought. I hinting dissolved into that it is an added to the mixture that I set to put. Personally, I like it to like more salt to can show into camera. I the same way I mix dissolved, hinting with same objective that is mentioned previous. Finally, I analyze more water, then I close into correctly a while for water to start brewing. After approximately 11:05 to 20 minutes and high temperature and high heat, that's how tomatoes look, so you can see it after soft and as I'm ensuring I have taken a color which has gone sink after I cooking correctly as wet in it. Sink as bone where I check and confirm and the tomatoes and the firmware when I net them from sugar and dark. We continue to let high cook 5 minutes and I over 10 probability again. We start be careful in combining in temperature to temperature And next we take a bladder, hat and mic so the position, hat and goat to prevent and explicate interliquid with going to input. We take a clone from our chicken and carry food, bring the body closer to her. Light I light, we empathy and tomatillos into the heart. Being I very careful not to hype excess water because there is a chance that when either start belonging. It's a cold explosive due temperature. It's varying to all tomatillos sit for about 20 minutes. In the case, there is no problem in a high and certain temperature. It's a hot matter of being careful when halting and stepping foot. As maturing with empathy, tomatillos and longing chilaquiles and onion, time pleasant and depending of the recipes. We continue walking and consequently we careful winter I bought that 6 extra from independent water until we have until tomatillos in their blending glass later place, then a bladder until just have better consistency and one way to carry in the presence of chilaquiles. As measuring 500 ml 600 ml in the glass, filament and light salt to mixture which be approximated and tablespoon and finally to blend and tomatillos. Once it's done, you need the steak and chicken season for you choice in the case. I like this chicken season from Rico Pollo Chickens. It's a very good header. A great person to have is a cook is so good in the chamber. We saw it on site, love lighter bear and light it in a little more flour mixture that's a gun blend. We take a little more to solve it. It's a show and you to chamber. We transfer of the glass to the blender and commonly provided avoid spilling gate. We turn on the blender and carry full. We have that only the mixture is currently made in the time approximately 2 and 3 minutes, and when done you can see your mixture takes a different consistency towards ently liquid with that acid mixture. In the same way, and take it to metal spoon and make some light move it into object in the state in which I found. It is necessary that all remains at medium temperature. With heating a brother, then we take the bladder glass and careful we proceed to empty the mixture into what casserole very careful and enjoy, but it's important. Not 11 single I mixture the glass in the case in what it take a little I brought than the beginning of the video and place and the blender glass with some like moments we make separate nitrogen mixture left over. This is important until depends on each person under one table of food. Again, we take small pieces of chicken seasons, either never under one we have from the previous mixture. This with objectives I given the sauce a better flavor and it continues to maintain rich consistencies that can be seen by of the video. However, it's optional under dispense and chef. I like and because give a different approach to Chilaquiles. Once the previous step undone, it's necessary to carry food, take up leather, glass and break into close to use. Once it's done, we take a leather only present to take and use it as a container. In the case, I will use apply for other process. In personality, like help you cook, eat the food, and you can see, you can show, see, enter inside the food. It's necessary to wait certain amount of the time. As we can see, we can dissolve it again. Notice at the south show begin to have a sickly, begin have darker color and have bullets. Again, very carefully we proceed to sheet and the tomatillo, south and resuming the previous process. We place abroad, then is either blender glass and the sauce. Also, each person's discussion we can add more abroad as in the previous, but more the tomatillos, onions and the chili were boiling. At the half after stringing, I'm very careful. It's necessary to replicate the spot to later very fit 11 tomatillos sauces and ground. This helps us increment the amount of chilaquiles that we can generate once it ends. It is necessary to mix again with the help of the metal spoon and the inflammatory where proceed cover to continue with the procedure for creation of these chilaquiles. This is what the salsa look like instant heat or you need to check the tomatillo salsa every 5 minutes or 10 minutes. While the sauce is cooking, we bang the tortillas into triangles with a kernel as toppings. This depends on each person in the shape and size choose. Therefore, the amount to make depends on the amount to serve need and mode. As we can see, the sauce reaches good temperature, so it begins to have some bubbles. It's necessary to 11 for 10 to 20 minutes. We put all the flour in the tortilla chips, so what for either richer and testing temperature in that time of 2 minutes. We transfer in tortilla chips, thus only flour very careful. We can only have at expected shape. The chilaquiles, as can be seen, we correct color. Finally, we can only have low temperature and quick quantities of oil. Similarly, it's necessary to start a bit cooks and they're adding a light water to lead sheet for 5 minutes. It will disinfect and with full safe drops. Finally, it's what sound look like it's ready to start making the chilaquiles. Finally, we come to last step, preparing chilaquiles and slap we bedding prepared of dish. So wearing it to place to lettuce on the top of tortilla chips, dip it in sauce into the same whiter help a small spoon. We place the grated cheese on the top of the reduced amount of cheese covering the release of each one. It is cast equally placed around 1 or 2, 3 small spoons of cheese, and finally we can and 5 spoons on cream. Into some way as grated cheese depend on their state. Other dinner bury mozzarella is placed into sufficient quantity for berry flour and to enjoy the chilaquiles. We are finally done. Those chilaquiles look like. Admit in two different takeaways. On the left side, the tortilla chips are crispy, and the right side, they are soaked in sauce. It's a precision adaptation. Be you next time.